guys and girls, Gallifrey Forever 97 here. Welcome to today's video. As you can tell by the title, I'm sure you've all heard that John Simm will be returning to Series 10 Doctor Who as the Master, 10 years since his first appearance with Series 3. I'm joined by Billy today, say hello.
Hello everyone, I am here, I'm just on the phone.
Yeah, we're both in audio form today. So yeah, we're going to be talking about the possibility they could do. But Billy, first of all, what was your initial reaction when you heard that John Simm would be returning to Doctor Who?
Well, I must say, I was very shocked. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I remember waking up and you actually sent me a link of the rumour, because at the time it was just a rumour.
Sure, yeah.
And a lot of newspapers were speculating about his return as the Master. And, you know, a few days before that, it was April Fool's, and like it sounded like another one of those things that are, you know, people were trying to say to get your hopes up, but probably wasn't true. Yeah. But then when I saw that the BBC confirmed it, I was like,
it's real. It's real. It's real.
It's wonderful news, because I always felt like, because we grew up with his version of the Master.
Yeah,
so
we both did.
So it's a big thing for us. He didn't actually like play the Master that much, did he? But he made such of an impact.
That's quite right, yeah. It was only obviously sort of 2 story appearances, obviously in the 10th era. It's amazing stuff. It's a bit like, in a way, sort of like Paul McGann coming back. Do you mean it's one of those things that it'll never happen?
It's the same sort of hype, I think, for us. I mean,
yeah.
I suppose we both remember when McGann came back. It was, you know, such a huge thing, and that this feels the same sort of vibe, doesn't it? It's sort of like we never thought this kind of vibe would probably happen again, but it sort of has with this, and it's very weird.
As you mentioned, this was leaked by the Sun newspaper. Now, I do believe there's this thing been going around at the Series 10 premiere. There was like a big spoiler, which I reckon, to be honest, the John Simm features in the Coming Soon trailer for episode 1. So I think, and then obviously they've sort of said like, don't say anything, and then the Sun's leaked it, and they've had to reveal it. So, but now we know. But it would be nice not to know.
But I have to say, I'm actually very glad that they have confirmed it, because with all the speculation, most people then thought it was going to happen when like everyone was saying it. So it's nice that the BBC have clarified, and I know some people don't like the whole spoiler thing, and I get that myself. You know, I don't usually like spoilers, but because it was already out there, I'm kind of glad that it's confirmed, because I don't want my hopes dashed. I mean, I'm also glad that they haven't shown what the Master will look like upon his return, because I want to wait for that little trailer at the end of episode 1, and I want to go, you know, because it's going to be such a huge thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's really going to make Capaldi's exit like so huge. Do you know what I mean? the original Cybermen, you got Missy, the Master.
If you throw back your mind to 2016, obviously me and Billy went to the John Simm Masterclass, which was just an hour of him talking about his sort of life and career.
It's very interesting, wasn't it?
When I sort of saw the news that he was coming back, there was a comment that he made in that which sort of came to a head, and he basically said if he was to ever go back to the part, he would make it darker. Like, he didn't feel he quite captured the darkness of the character. So do you think with him going back into Series 10, do you think he'll have a darker edge on it?
I definitely do think he will do that. I think he's also quite aware that this is now a role that he is sharing with Michelle Gomez, as of course she is his successor, and I think this is for him. The call from Moffat is probably one he wasn't expecting, because he thought, his time's moved on now, you know, with her being his replacement. So he's found himself in a very unusual circumstance, really, and I think he realises this, because I know we thought already it was like his final appearance, end of time, but he realises this will be his like last time he'll be playing the Master. So I really think he's going to give it all, and I do think he's going to shine.
They definitely have to do the regeneration now.
I think they're taking the piss if they don't, because the fact that they're bringing him back, they might as well do that. But it's the way in which they show it, of course, because we don't actually know what caused the Master to regenerate into Missy.
Maybe it's the events that happen, and I don't know, in the crossover.
Well,
film,
I mean, I imagine it probably will be, and maybe that's why it's taken all this time for this to happen. Maybe he's always thought, on my last series, I'll finally, just to sum everything up, put everything into perspective.
Another thing that sort of comes to mind after this announcement, at the end of The Witcher's Familiar, when we last saw the Missy character, she said, "I've got a big idea," and I presume it's this, and the Mordacious Simon.
Oh yes, no, I definitely do think so. I remember because we spoke, didn't we, about this recently, and then it's like now we know.
Me and Billy have had like a running joke of having the sort of the Day of the Master in 2021.
and now it seems to actually be happening. And what's really nice is it's happening before the anniversary, and it's quite good really, because I mean, I've actually been watching John Simm in The Catch, and his character in that's very similar to the Master, and he looks like he hasn't really aged, and maybe that's another one of the factors, reasons why they're bringing him back into Who, is because he looks quite similar to how he used to look.
Obviously, as with being a multi-master story, obviously we've seen in Star Wars recently the amazing stuff of resurrecting Tarkin from Star Wars, with Peter Cushing's character. And obviously there's a lot of controversy with that. But do you think, obviously they brought John Simm back, do you think they might approach down that route of maybe doing Delgado or Ainley, or what do you think?
Do you know what? I actually think they probably will, but I think it'll be very sort of subtle,
but like the first Doctor from the name of the Doctor.
Yeah, sort of like little cameo appearances from them. I think we're going to get a few scenes where it's a bit like the whole All 13 thing, but with the Master. I think there'll be things like, oh, look over there. It would be funny if you saw Roger Delgado regenerate to Peter Pratt, because of course that was another regeneration for the Master we didn't see. I suppose there was many regenerations of the Master we didn't see, as the first regeneration we saw of his was back in Utopia 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, that'd be quite funny actually, because they've sort of bridged all the Doctor's regenerations together now. So with all the Masters sort of coming back, maybe they will.
It's a wonderful thing with the Master, because he is of course the Doctor's equal, but I think his character, the fact that his character's not in every single episode, but when he comes back, he's that person who's on the same level, and it's a very fascinating thing, I think.
Especially in the new series, every time the Masters come into it, it's obviously been a major threat. Apart from obviously the Series 9 opener, but I quite like the sort of dynamics with Missy and Clara.
Yeah, but I suppose they've always had that kind of you're my enemy, but we're sort of friendly enemies sort of thing, haven't they? They've had that in since the 70s, I suppose.
Yeah,
it's nice to have that sort of returned in a way. And of course, we know that John Simm's Master, in the end of time, he wasn't fully resurrected, so he was in a dying body, and I imagine he's probably still dying. And we'll see the events that led him to become Missy. It's very fascinating, because there's so many things that they could do right now. Moffat must be a kid in a candy store.
When the Mondasian Simon were revealed, I was just like, whoa. And now you've got Miss John Simm's Master in there as well. It's just mad.
We should probably mention that we do think, because of the way the first Doctor worked, of course, in the 10th planet, similar events will probably take place with Capaldi's Doctor. Although there'll be a nice little difference, of course, with Master's character being in the Missy. Both of them.
Well, obviously in the latest Series 10 trailer, we do see Capaldi regenerate. I think Percy is a red herring. That do you know what I mean?
Yes. Well, I kind of thought that literally right at the last few seconds. This is my prediction now, ladies and gentlemen, just to see if this does happen. I'm predicting that in the last few seconds of the series, you'll see that clip of his hand, and then it'll sort of end there like grand finale. You know like how back when Tennant was Doctor, he started regenerating be continued like that. It'll be something similar to that, and then when the Christmas special starts, he's probably needing to regenerate.
The last how many years. Obviously, it's been the sort of Doctor regenerating at Christmas, not going into
Yes, and I do really think it's time to change that up, really.
The regenerations in the news, that have become a bit repetitive. For example, it's sort of like go in the TARDIS, give a speech, regenerate. Oh, we're crashing somewhere.
Also, why does in the new series the Doctor always seem to regenerate in the TARDIS? I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember when 10 regenerated the first time, and then Captain Jack's get inside the TARDIS? Why does he have to do that? It's been confirmed that there's going to be a new BBC drama starring two Doctor Who stars that have never actually met, but both from the same era. It's very fascinating. John Simm and Billy Piper have both been cast in a new BBC thriller.
Ah, right, that's nice.
It's going to be called Collateral. It's a 4-part drama for BBC Two, and I think Piper plays his troubled ex-girlfriend. John Simm plays a politician. I can confirm he's not Harold Jackson. That's definitely one to watch for John Simm fans like me.
I see. Yeah, no, thanks for mentioning that. I did see that briefly this morning. Maybe he was doing that, and then Moffat just sort of cracked around the corner and said, "Oh, do you want to come back as a master?" He's probably like, "Yeah, right. Whilst I'm here, I might as well."
Well, you never know. I think as this is John Simm and Billy Piper. I mean, it's quite funny, isn't it, with them both being former Doctor Who stars, and with Johnson being returning Doctor Who star still to come. Because of course Piper did return in Day of the Doctor. I think John's actually got a better end of the deal, because I think in a way because it's not the anniversary, it's there's slightly less pressure, and of course he is actually going to be playing the Master, whereas Billy Piper didn't actually play Rose Tyler, although she was credited as that. She played the moment.
It's great to think that all our sort of, well, for me a bit anyway, all our childhood sort of Doctors, Masters and Companions will come back in some shape or form.
I wonder if, of course, the Master will retain all this with Capaldi's Doctor.
Yeah.
Because of course I think it could work with that happening, and then the new Missy going on with to Series 8, recently regenerated. The woman in the shop. So many endless possibilities. It's fantastic. I thought this couldn't happen because I thought Moffat do something so good, but
It might prove you wrong yet. It might prove you wrong
yes.
yet.
Yeah, so I think so. I do really think he's going to give his all for his final series. The same with Capaldi giving his all, because it's his final series as well.
Yeah, sure.
And I like the fact that it's meant to be a bit of a standalone thing. I do believe Moffat said you could jump in at episode 1 and it could be your very first Doctor Who episode you've seen. And that's quite nice, I think. I remember back in 2009, Russell T Davies said the similar thing about Planet of the Dead. And that was when they were all leaving that year. Yeah. So it's sort of you're beginning to see parallels now with another era ending. And of course, 2018 will be huge because it will be such a reboot for Who.
With Series 10, they seem to be bringing back every foe and returning person. Obviously, with the Mondasian Simon Johnson's Master. But I think
the Ice Warriors.
Yeah, the Ice Warriors as well. So I think. Do you mean it's nice we're doing this nice nostalgia trip, but hopefully when 2018 series comes, it will be sort of a fresh look. It's not dependent on sort of coming back.
I know the Master has returned in the form of Missy since then, but for John Simm anyway, it's been a nice long break, and it's been since 2009 would have been when he filmed.
Yeah.
Time. So it's been a very long time, and. It's interesting to see where he'll take the part now after so many years, because as we were saying earlier, we think he's going to be a lot more darker, and it's just very interesting to see what happens.
It's safe to say that me and Billy are very pleased to hear that John Simm will be returning for Series 10. So thank you everybody for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter like the Gallifrey from us on Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, links all stuff in the description below. What are your thoughts on John Simm returning as the Master? As you can see, me and Billy are very ecstatic that he's coming back.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Certainly, yeah. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, good or bad, in the comment section below. Thank you to Billy for being with me in this video, doing a sort of nostalgia trip in a way of sort of watching Who.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, cool, awesome stuff. So as always, guys and girls, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, bye.
Bye, bye.